here's a beautiful synopsis of Titanic. Titanic, 1997. Directed by James Cameron. The story. Set against the backdrop of one of history's greatest tragedies, Titanic is, at its heart, a timeless love story between two souls from completely different worlds. Jack Dawson, a young, penniless, but free-spirited artist, wins a third-class ticket aboard the magnificent RMS Titanic in a lucky poker game. Rose DeWitt Bukater, a young first-class socialite, is traveling with her cold, controlling fiancé, Cal Hockley, and her mother, suffocating under the weight of privilege and expectation. When Rose, desperate and trapped, climbs over the stern railing of the ship, Jack finds her. He talks her back from the edge, and in doing so, accidentally changes both their lives forever. What begins as gratitude slowly becomes something neither of them can explain or control.
Jack shows Rose a world she never knew existed. The laughter, freedom, and raw joy of living below deck. Rose shows Jack that beauty exists even in gilded cages. Together, they fall deeply, completely, and irreversibly in love. But the world they live in refuses to let them be. Cal grows suspicious and dangerous. Rose's mother tightens her grip. Class divides everything: where they eat, where they sleep, where they're allowed to stand. Then, on the night of April 14th, 1912, the unthinkable happens. The Titanic, called unsinkable by the world, strikes an iceberg in the North Atlantic. What follows is one of cinema's most devastating sequences: the slow, then terrifyingly fast descent of the greatest ship ever built into the freezing black ocean. In the chaos, Cal uses his wealth and power to secure his own survival. Jack uses every last ounce of his to save Rose. When they finally find a floating door panel in the frozen water, there is only room for one. Jack makes his choice without hesitation.
He holds Rose's hand in the water. He keeps her talking. He keeps her warm with his words when he has nothing else left to give. And as the cold takes him, he makes her promise. "You must do me this honor. Promise me you'll survive, that you won't give up no matter what happens, no matter how hopeless." She promises. He slips away. Rose survives. She lives, fully, completely, defiantly, keeping every promise she made on that freezing water. She never speaks of Jack publicly. She keeps him entirely for herself, the most precious thing she owns, and the one thing Cal could never take. The film closes on an elderly Rose returning to the wreck site decades later. In her final moments, we see her, young again, climbing the grand staircase of the Titanic, reunited with Jack, surrounded by everyone they lost as the whole ship applauds. Some people believe it is death. Others believe it is a dream. Most believe it doesn't matter.
Because what Jack and Rose had was real, and real things don't sink.
"I'm the king of the world." Jack, standing at the bow. "I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go." Rose at the end. Why it endures. Titanic works because it uses the grandest disaster in maritime history as a backdrop for the most intimate human truth: that love, when it is real, costs everything and is worth every penny. Jack didn't just save Rose from the railing that first night. He saved her from a life unlived, and she carried him forward for the rest of hers. Released 1997, winner of 11 Academy Awards including Best Picture and Best Director, the highest-grossing film of its time. Still, after all these years,